Welcome to Black Boss, where we highlight and celebrate entrepreneurship in the Black community. I'm your host, Michelle Forbes, and today I have with me a personal trainer and owner of Paris Fit Studios, Miss Noel Davis. How are you?
Amazing. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'll
No,
say it took a little bit. We got here though.
yeah, I'm very honored. Thank you.
Oh, not a problem. I'm excited. I'm excited to speak to you. I see what you're doing, and I'm excited to talk to you about your story.
Thank you. Thank you. So
Absolutely.
where do we start?
So, what is Paris Fit Studios, and how did it come into existence?
Paris Fit Studios is a home, a safe house for everyone. Not just at first it was for women, but now men are coming as well. It
Okay.
is a private gym. We are on a private street. It allows people to come into the gym, feel like, they're in a safe place, no judgment. Everything is strictly for them. Every exercise that we create is targeted directly for that person, whether they have any injuries or they're a new mom or they're just starting a fitness journey. It is a open house for everyone. I started personal training in 2017 after a car accident that I had in 2015. I was originally an archaeologist. I became an archaeologist at the age of 21.
Wow.
I knew that
Okay.
would trip you up. I was like, he didn't say it, so she may not know. But
Yeah.
I was an archaeologist since I was 12 years old, and I became an archaeologist after going to Rutgers University,
Okay.
Manchester University in England, and doing a dig in Italy. My
Okay.
first project was in Philadelphia, where I currently live. It was on the I-95 project. So during the time working on that, I was rear-ended in a car accident that gave me lower lumbar bulges and
Wow.
nerve. And so to rehabilitate myself, I found a doctor that told me to go in the gym. And I'm like, oh, I'm already small. What I need to work on my abs for? I'm already a small girl. I'm not going to any gym. But he told me when your core strength is strong, your back strength it improves. It gets better. So after working out and being consistent and having that consistent gym buddy to hold me accountable, I was able to rehabilitate myself. And I met a woman in the gym towards the end of my journey. And she told me, you rehabilitated yourself. So many other people in the world will benefit from you. You should become a personal trainer. And
Wow.
every interview, if the woman is looking that introduced me to fitness, please write me something and let me know your name again, because I cannot find her information and I would love to speak to her again.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I did. I read about the car accident that got you, into that space, which I know it was some years ago, but I'm sorry about the car accident. But it's amazing how that was, a catalyst to the next step of things. That's awesome.
So the big story, archaeologist turned personal trainer
Right.
now.
Okay, just out of curiosity, really quick though, where did you become interested in archaeology, and what was the path there? I'm sorry, I gotta ask.
Not recommend this for children at home. I fell asleep in class and my
Okay.
teacher woke me up and told me to read. And I'm, waking up. It's like Mr. Krabs, a little crazy background.
Right.
I'm like, where are we at? And she said, read at the bottom. And I'm trying to pronounce the word. And she's like, archaeologist, keep going. And Howard
Wow.
Carter, 1922, digging in dirt, became a millionaire. I ran home so fast. I said, Mom, I want to be an archaeologist. And my mom believed in me. She
Yeah.
put me, went to a regular high school. She put me in a vocational school where I studied drafting, the only girl amongst 8 boys, where all my friends were in fashion and doing hair. I learned how to get my AutoCAD certification so I could do blueprints for houses, in which I worked on a project with my father before for the U.S. Navy, doing
Wow.
that. And it also helps when you're on digs and you're looking at the foundation, you're able to see what the contractors are looking to do before you actually excavate in that area.
Gotcha. Okay, that's awesome. So, are there any skills you were able to transfer from that time to now being a personal trainer?
So I got into osteology. That was one of my favorite courses in college.
Girl, you
It's
are saying so many words I got to look up right now.
the bones. It's basically the study of bones. And I was so into bones. I would never forget. I was going to lunch and I had hand bones in my wallet. And it
Okay.
was because I was studying like what a handmade is,
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
studying these things, and I
Yeah.
used to travel around with the bones, but it helped me understand a lot with injuries. So even like working out,
Oh.
it helped. Like I understand what a femur is. I understand what a tibia is. I
Yeah.
understand these different ligaments and body parts, which helps with my
Right.
training, which helps with rehabilitation and understanding just the overall functioning of a body.
Man, that just came
It
together.
just came together, right? Nice and
Man,
smooth.
that came together. Awesome.
It
Okay,
surely
good.
did. So when people are coming to me and they're like, I have a scapular injury, I know what it
You know
is. And
exactly
I'm
what
like,
that is.
I know exactly what it is. Or if
Wow.
anything that they're telling me is like instantly. So when you're a personal
Mm.
trainer, you may hear like, oh, people tell you your shoulder hurts.
Right,
That's what
right.
we usually say, our shoulder, but they
Yeah,
have names, it's different names and
yeah.
different things that we use. So that's what the best part is.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't that came very nicely full circle. Okay.
Yes.
So I know that when you open the studio, you good? Okay. Okay. I know that when you opened the studio, it was around the time of COVID. And there was I guess some difficulties with potential closure. You okay? We can pause for a second if you need to.
1 second.
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead. Mhm.
Okay, we're back. I'm sorry about that. I just didn't want any
No
feedback.
problem. I'll edit it out.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. So person. Yes, I know that when you opened the studio, it was around the start of COVID. I know COVID
Yeah.
hit, and there
January
was.
is
Sorry,
when
say again?
and then I had to shut down March 17th.
Right. So, but clearly some good things have happened since that time. So I was going to ask you because I actually saw one of your posts and you were kind of explaining how you felt around this time last year and the
Mm.
emotions that went with that. So I was going to say, since it's a year later and we know that things got better, which is a fantastic thing and kind of a part of life. When the setbacks happen during your entrepreneurial journey, it can be discouraging. So how are you able to continue pushing forward to be in the space you are now?
Being a human being. And
Mm,
we're going to be like, what the heck does that mean?
I want more.
Let your emotions come.
Yeah.
Cry. Feel like you're at a point where things are low. It's okay to cry. That's why on Instagram I'm very transparent. I'm actually having an event on May 1st, and I told people I didn't believe that people were gonna get tickets. I was asking my clients like, "Can you tell 2 or 3 people to come to the event?" Then I was lowering myself. I was like, "I'll be okay with 25 people." Then we sold out. When the pandemic first happened, I sat in my car and cried. I
Yeah.
cried. I looked at it like, wow, after all this time, I finally opened my gym and then now it's shutting down. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what everybody wants. Everybody wants me to fail. And I just started putting those things in my mind. But at a certain point, you also got to remember where you were and where you are now. So
Yeah.
literally before I opened up my studio, I ended up in a second car accident where I was driving. And so the other one, I was just at a stoplight and a girl just hit me in the back.
Yeah.
This one, a left turn and a guy ran through the light. And believe it or not, I ended up with a brain injury. I cut my
Wow.
head 10 centimeters and I
Oh
ended
my
up
gosh. I'm sorry
two
to hear that.
bulging discs in my neck and 2 herniated discs in my neck, messing
Wow.
up my shoulder. And I was on bed rest for 2.5 months. So literally, I went and saw my gym, got approved, got into the accident, and
Yeah.
then open up the gym. So if I was able to get through that, I understood that it doesn't stop here. God
Yeah.
isn't putting me through these different tests for no reason. So that's why I said, be a human being.
Absolutely.
Cry when you want to cry,
Yeah.
when you think things are going wrong, cry, then you pray and you figure it out. You sit
Yeah.
back. I used the time during the pandemic to fuel my business. So it's like going back to the jump start, right? So how can I get people to participate in what it is that I'm putting out into the universe? It's my product. My
Yeah.
product has been one of my main things of my business. Having sweat belts, resistant bands. I just came out with a product called Gym in a Box. And Gym in a Box is a
I mean,
box that Gym in a Box is a box that has all of your at-home equipment that you can possibly need because everybody's working out from home. My father told me about Gym in a Box 3 years ago. We sat at Panera Bread. He's like, everything is going virtual. People are going to start working out 3 years ago. And I'm sitting on it. Our parents tell us, okay, all right. But it was timing. It was timing. You got to remember, people are always going to give you ideas in business. Not saying shut them out, listen to them. I get ideas from people all the time. Do I jump on it right away? No, but eventually I do. It's with timing. It's not shutting out other people's ideas. It's actually listening and figuring out, okay, this may be a good move. How can I add this in my business? So during the time of the shutdown, I remember I slept. I worked. I had one client that came to my online, only one client that came to my online, and I kept doing it. I just kept going each and every day. Worked, slept. And then it was the help from the news. I literally got on the news the next day that we shut down to talk about my online classes. So it's having the news. I became an Under Armour influencer during the pandemic. I became the state coach of Pageant Planet. I became a Box Water ambassador literally February 14th, right before the pandemic. So just having all of those connections and people saying, hey, you want to go live with me? Sharice Mills, she is an opera singer, a hip hop opera singer. And she was like, go on live and let's put your Cash App up so that people can help you. So there were people corner that wanted me to succeed, that wanted to keep pushing me. I remember I didn't get any stimulus checks during the pandemic. And I remember I posted up just randomly, hey, I'm going to the post office to do a resistant bands drop. Resistant bands are $17. Cash App me. Cash App kept going. And I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I got to call you back. Because she called me. I said, Mom, I got to call you back. My Cash App is going crazy. She said, people got their stimulus checks. Okay. I see what's going on here. And I literally went down. You would have squirrels, when they were like going for 500, that was me. I got resistant bands. I got this. We sold out. I sold out of every product that I had.
Wow.
I was shipping out literally boxes, carts, going to the post office. And it was at that moment, people want you to succeed. And if I would have given up at that time, it would have just been talent wasted. So I would say definitely having my friends, having my families, having those supporters, I met people from all over the world during the pandemic. And I think honestly, it was a gift and a curse having the pandemic. And I say this because I feel like more people were able to speak to people they didn't speak to in a long time. They were able to reconnect with people that they didn't in a long time. And this was the time that I went from being a street personal trainer, going to this town, to that town, to this town, to now I'm online. My clients in New Jersey could join on with my clients in Delaware. And it just made it a lot easier, I would say, definitely. And I was able to reconnect.
Right. Okay, cool. So tell me about the virtual class. Was virtual classes something that you were doing before the pandemic, or was
I was set up. It was like God brought everybody in my life. I went on Fox. It's a show called Q on Fox. Quincy Harris. I went on Fox and literally I was like, I want to be able to go into a like something like on TV where there's a series of just a workout. And he was like, do something, get a ring light. He said, do something like The Biggest Loser. When he told me to get a ring light, I bought a ring light. I was already set up. I said, wow, look at this. And I started my online training literally as soon as the pandemic happened. So it was like everything was lined up perfectly.
Yeah, I dig that. Okay. So you said the gym closed, but the gym is open, right?
The gym. So right now, since the pandemic, the curve is all over the place. I train a lot of seniors. So currently right now, we're only doing private one-on-ones in person and my class online. But we are having special events like, the National Workout Day on May 1st. Then we're going to do pull-up, park, and stretch, pull-up, park, and dance, pull-up, park, and get fit. So you just pull your cars up to a parking lot and we start working out.
Wow. I like that idea. Okay.
It was a good hit.
That's
we actually awesome. ABC News.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. So I know you started mentioning the gym in a box. I was curious about that. What products come in a box? And I know you kind of explained, your dad gave you the idea and then years later it presented itself and it was perfect. So what is in the box?
So you have the 11-pack resistant bands that has the door handle. So if you want to do any extra workouts from the door, it also has straps for the hands. After that, we have our Swiss ball, the big round ball. It comes with a hand pump as well. So get your little 5-year-old to stay preoccupied and pump up. We also have the small 5-pack loop resistant bands, the hip bands, which is a little thicker, a fitness timer, a jump rope, fitness gloves, fitness sliders. And what else? We have something else in there, and a stretch strap.
Okay.
So people weren't able to go to their physical therapist, and the stretch strap is usually one of the things that they use to help with lower back issues. So I work in there, but also with the box, you get a free 2-month subscription to our private YouTube that has yoga, Zumba, bar, fitness classes, nutritional counseling, cooking classes, guided meditation, everything that you could think of, step classes.
I like that. Yeah, I like it.
But add on of dumbbells and yoga mats. So during the pandemic, getting dumbbells were very, very hard. So that's why I that and make it available for other people.
That's awesome. Yeah. I like I thought the gym in a box was a great idea. I love the name of it. I was about to say it's very it's self-explanatory. Like it's the idea of the gym in a box. It's like,
we got a trademark too.
I'm sorry, say it again.
We got a trademark.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Very, very good idea.
So
very good idea. Yeah.
So that is a great, great thing. So very thankful for my graphic designer, 360 Media Graphics. She literally made my ideas come to life. It's like, Megan tells me, can you do gym in a box and make stars and we're in space? And she did it. And it's like, even having the letter to reader, it says gym in a box, and you flip it over and my photo is there with my lettering. Everything is just perfect. It's neat. The goals eventually is to get it in stores.
Awesome. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Absolutely. So is the studio membership based?
It was before the pandemic. Now we're just doing the private one-on-ones.
Right. How about the virtual classes? Are those membership or you pay as you go? Those are membership.
The classes range from $5 to $10, and then the monthly membership is $100.
Awesome. Okay. So and getting into to memberships, I know some people have had some difficulties, I guess getting members and then retaining from members. How are you able to
online is very difficult because there's a lot of free classes that are available. I actually today finished doing a class on sweat for free. So when there's classes like that that's available, it's kind of hard, but I will tell you, in-person one-on-ones are very popular. I have over 55 sessions a week.
Wow.
It is very, it's like the point where I'm like, I can't do it. I can't. I'm not here anymore, but doing 14 sessions a day. Gotcha. I finish 9:30 at night sometimes and start as early as 6 a.m. So I would say more people are looking for that. But then, like I said, events, people come out. I feel like people don't want to be sitting behind a screen anymore. They want to be in person, because I have had a lot of people say, well, when are you doing outdoors event? I want to do like an outdoor.
Yeah, they want to get out the house. That makes sense. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. So I know you ran down a couple of your accolades. I'll do the same now. So you've had the opportunity to be an influence for Under Armour, an elite ambassador position for Oxygen Magazine, and have been featured on ABC and I also think PHL, correct?
ABC, PHL, Fox 29, NBC. One more, CBS 3, and hopefully I get on there this year.
I dig it. Well, I mean, if they follow suit with the rest of them, you should have already been on there. What are they waiting for?
Everybody says that. They're like, why haven't you been on there yet?
Exactly.
Maybe I didn't catch them yet. It's gonna come.
They're clearly
Yep,
sleeping.
but I
They don't
had
know
a
what's
lot of
going
support with Philadelphia Inquirer, Philadelphia Weekly,
on.
Philadelphia Fit Magazine, like different strong magazine. I was in Insider Fitness Magazine, two Canadian magazines, so international there a little.
Nice.
But I've had a lot of support from publications, and everybody always goes, "Well, do you have a publicist?" No, it's me.
Wow.
If you have a story to share, share it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Walk in that room like you are the prize. You have something to offer that they shouldn't want to miss out on. That's how you're always going to succeed, being different.
Yeah. Indeed. I would have to agree with that. So I was about to for the publication, since you don't have a publicist, I feel, are you a publicist? Like maybe
I'm a videographer. I'm a
maybe you
photographer. I'm a video editor.
are. Okay.
I do it all.
Dope. Dope. Okay. So
You ever get in that space like you want something done, you got to do it.
yeah.
I will become everybody at once. I'll even become a cook. If we need a cooking class on YouTube and nobody can do it, I will start cooking. I'm a Leo, so I'm one of them.
Okay. You'll step into the spot. Got you.
Mm-hmm.
So with you know, talking about the publications and everything and making that point of saying that you're not a publicist, I would be remiss not to ask you exactly how you navigated the space to be able to be and show up on so many platforms from other people, you know, big ones, you know, ABC, PHL, all the ones that you mentioned, because I feel like for an entrepreneur, I mean, I try to get some gems in,
No,
you know,
no worries. So Fox was my very first interview, and it was my best interview. For the first time in 25 years, I was the first person to co-host with them.
Wow.
I met Mike Jarrett at a holiday party at one of the events I was working at, and I gave him my website. He's like, "You're an archaeologist and you're a personal trainer." He's like, "You're a dynamo. Like, wow, we got to get you something." Never heard from him again. Then literally the day of New Year's, he was like, "We want you on the show for tomorrow, National Personal Trainer Awareness Day."
Wow.
Did the whole thing. And I remember one of my clients, she's 87 now. She says, "I worked with TV and you can't even pay for promotion that big." They had me on from 7 a.m. to like 10 a.m. in the morning. And I used that with I started off by saying changing lives has always been Noel's like most prized thing to do. Like I wrote a whole biography about my sent it out. I went to this college. I did this. I've worked on this. I've donated over 300 toys. I've done, I list all of my achievements. And at the end, I say, please check out my latest feature. So if somebody sees, oh, well, you were on this, I'm going to get you. I want to here. And then it builds from there. But I always send out, I even learned how to make segment proposals.
Wow.
I write my own proposals. I send them out. Literally all the information is there. I would definitely say finding those news anchors on Instagram. They're on there. Write them a nice letter. My name is such and such, and I want to do this, and this is what I have for the community. They love things for the community as well. But it got to a point where I'm so grateful they call me now.
Yeah.
Called literally the last 2 weeks ago for PHL 17 is like, "Hey, can you do this?" It's because I kept that reputation. I maintained that reputation. You know, I didn't fall underneath. So people watch you on social. Like even I called Under Armour and I asked them, "Oh, well, did you see my post?" They're like, "Yeah, we saw your post already." I'm like, "Well, y'all ain't like nothing." So we're it makes you so, like, for example, I even just did a Megan Thee Stallion, the What's New. And I ended up like, you know, had no curse words in it. And I'm like, what's new? And then I said, I wish I had a hater, but everybody loves me. I switched it around. And then Oxygen Magazine liked it. So it's like kind of just filtering out. Even today, they were about to play the I Don't F With You by Big Sean. Well, you know, moms may want to work out with their little kitties, so let's keep this rated G. And so just being for everybody and not really, you know, showing everything. Like maybe in my stories, I may be a little wild, But you know, when you're out there in the public eye, you have to really be mindful because the public does look at everything and they base it off of that. So you got to look at where you are and say, will they want me to be a reputation of their brand?
Right.
The news is their own brand. Fox is their own brand. So will I be a good reputation for their brand? And you have to go that. You can't be out here, you know, even when you go out to the club. I used to record when I used to go out to the club. Now I don't.
Okay.
I mean, everybody does a little hookah here and there, but like, you know, bottles, loud music. I used to record it and I stopped. It's, you don't know who is watching you. I have the craziest people contact me. When Under Armour contacted me, I thought it was a scam. I was like, they try and scam people. We in the middle of a pandemic. What does man want from me? Poor little old me. I'm struggling. He's like, no, we want to give you free things and we want to do this. And then now they're sponsors for large events that I have. And it's just, you know, it's when you're a good person and you have that great reputation, you can say, okay, can I do this? And you guys do it. And they're on it like this. I'm not a person that's out here just doing the most. When you don't do the most, and you do the least and you stay in your lane, people love it. But be authentic. Don't be fake about it. Be authentic. Right. So I have those powwow moments where I go, let me be transparent with y'all. I cried. Let me be transparent with y'all. I doubted myself because we're human. Being a human will always take you further in life. We all believe the same.
Oh, that's a word right there. I couldn't have said it better myself. I 120% agree. I don't even have anything to add to that. That was good. So, I guess going into my next question, and thank you for the free game around the publicist. What have been your greatest lessons so far that you've learned on your entrepreneurial journey?
Don't chase money. Money shouldn't be from you. You know, if I'm chasing a bet, why is money running from you? If you're money, you will be a poor person. You will be a poor individual. You have to truly love what it is that you do if you want to succeed in what it is that you're doing. As an archaeologist, I worked in excruciating, freezing weather. You ever dug frozen dirt?
I don't do cold. So
frozen, I dug frozen dirt and worked in the most excruciating heat when I have low sweat glands and I can overheat and have a seizure. I've done it, but I did because I loved it. I never complained, and it offered me other jobs. I've gotten federal jobs working with human bodies that I was not supposed to work on, but because I loved what it was that I did, it brought those opportunities. So with training, I love what it is that I do. My clients are gonna come. And if the clients don't come, people never know when I only have 2 clients or when I have 50 clients. They never know because it's always the same. I give each and every client that experience. I don't wake up and go to work and be like, I'm tired. No, people are paying for a service. So I always ask my client, what do you like to listen to? We're playing it on a speaker or go girl. They love when I bring out the camera. I'll be like, Candy camera, let's go. And they're on it. They're ready to go. They're ready to record. And it's like even watching them interact with one another, like, oh, I saw you in your Paris fit earlier, or I saw you and the baby. It makes people want to be around you. I said it in a post before, be someone that people would want to be around. Me being the person that I am, it makes people want to be around me. And that's what brings the clientele. Me being transparent, me saying, it's the pandemic, I'm going to do bi-weekly payments. A lot of people don't know that. I offer bi-weekly payments to help. Sometimes I even offer weekly. So it's helping people and not being greedy. You look at it like, okay, bi-weekly payments, I'm getting paid every 2 weeks. And then you let go. I even have people that come and say, I want to start paying you for the next sessions, even though I'm not done. So when you really, really do things that you love and you do it from your heart, people sense that and people will feel that I'm in a field where the people matter. I wouldn't be anything without clientele.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I dig your whole attitude on it. It makes sense. You know, I love doing these interviews because I've always found if I talk to a person long enough, I get it. Like I get why. And I mean, it's hard. Like it's one of them formula type things. Like I'm not sure how to create it. It's kind of just like God unfolds people's lives a certain way, and
Mm-hmm.
they have a certain story and they have a certain attitude around life, and how they view things, and everything you're saying, I totally agree with. Just that whole idea of the giving and receiving. Me and my husband always mention, you should give, but how you receive may not be from the same person you gave from.
Yep.
Don't even expect it
So
there.
I tell
It
people,
doesn't work that way.
if
Yeah.
you're given to receive, you doing
Right.
the wrong thing.
Right.
You got to give and forget.
Yeah.
Give and forget.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, God pays attention. Give and forget. I can't even remember the last, like, what I've given away, or like boasting and going, well, I gave a homeless person that. You know how many times I've given a homeless person something and didn't tell not one person or one soul? You can't give to want to receive. I'm not doing a toy drive to receive anything. I'm doing a toy drive because I know there's children that are struggling, and I know I had good Christmases, and I want other children to have good Christmases.
Yeah.
Don't even look for a blessing to come back after doing that. You did it, and you did it for the kindness of your heart, and you move from that. My mom taught me that. You do things for yourself, for your heart, and you keep it pushing.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a law. I think that's a law of life. So I think she taught you correctly.
Judy always right now.
That's something
Mama, I ain't mean to call you that. She always right.
Yeah. But to say it's a good lesson to have learned, and not necessarily have to learn on your own.
Yes.
For sure. So, for anyone looking to become an entrepreneur, what advice would you give them? And this is my last question.
Okay. Start, understand where you want to finish, and work towards that end goal. But don't just stop at that end goal. Start when you first start working, make that starting point, see your end goal. But as you're going through your journey, keep building on that end goal. And you'll always have something that you're working towards, and you'll always have something that you're perfecting along the way.
Yeah. I think that's good advice.
Yeah. Because it is. When I started training, I just wanted to be a trainer. Yeah. When I started training, I wanted a gym. When I got a gym, I wanted to do more things. I wanted to have product. I wanted to reach out to more people. Now I want to be on TV. I would love to wake up every day and go on set and just be on TV. That is where my heart lies. I love a camera. I love a camera. So it's like my end goal where I see myself is TV. But a few years ago, my end goal was having a gym. Right. But I have a bigger end goal. I want multiple pairs fits. So it's like my end goal is always building, and also with business, you will always succeed when you're different. You have to be different. You have to be what other people are not giving. So you have to find deep within yourself what makes me different from the rest. You always have to change. Shed your skin. Be a snake. Keep changing. Not saying be a snake.
Yeah. I know.
We don't like snakes, but I'm saying like shed your skin. And shed to do different things.
Yourself. Right.
Exactly. Not saying be a snake. We don't like snakes around. No. Don't cross people.
I didn't sense that. I didn't sense that. But yeah, that makes sense. And I like that you said not only do you see the start goal, you see the end goal. And the end goal evolves, because it does. I feel like there has to be a certain level of, you got to know when you hit it. Like, it's hard to just continue to do something and not really know exactly where you're trying to go with it. But I agree with what you said. When you continue to go in that direction, ideas evolve and things, start to come into place, but you don't always see that immediately when you start.
Yes.
So I agree. That's that first step, being on faith thing.
Yes.
For sure. Do the next right thing. I dig it. I've had fun. This was fun, Noel. Paris.
Thank you.
What's the Paris thing? I'm going to say, why do you call yourself Paris?
A nickname that was given to me. You want to know what it was? My dad used to travel a lot and used to always bring back Paris things. And I
Oh,
had this one little stalker, and I was the only person named Noel in the town. So
okay.
then my girlfriend was like, well, you always like Paris. So
Paris.
we gonna call you Paris. And then I went overseas. And then when people started to ask, I was like, well, I traveled to Paris and I love Paris. That's why I became Paris. I try not to give them inside scoop, but I had a little stalker. That's what it was. Like you make your
That's a
little
great
name when
answer.
you're younger. It's just a little stalker.
Yeah, mine was Tiffany. I don't know. We all have one. Yeah. It's like you just recall that name. You had to have one. People crazy.
People, they crazy as ever.
People are crazy. You better have one. Keep yourself an alias, ladies, until those days are going, and then just let them go.
I had a friend call herself Strawberry. You call yourself something. Don't give these men your real names. They're a little crazy. I don't even tell people when I meet people. I don't tell them I own a gym. I'm a personal trainer.
Okay, got you. You let it in a little bit at a time.
I'm a personal. I try not to get my Instagram neither.
Okay.
I'm a personal trainer. That's it.
Got you. Your gym is beautiful too, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
So welcoming. It's so bright. It just would
So
smile.
if you're ever around, come down. Please.
Yes, I want to say I gotta come. Say hi.
Yes.
Visit all my Black boss folk. That'll be so much fun.
Yeah.
But two last things, hopefully you could do for me. First one, how can the people find you and support you?
People can find me at www.getparisfit.com for any of your fitness needs. If you want to book, if you want to look at merchandise, gym in a box, either or. You can find me on Instagram at Paris Fit Philly. You can find the gym at Paris Fit Studios. And we're on Yelp and Google.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much. And the second thing is Black Boss tradition. I have all Black Boss participants say their name and then say that they're a Black boss.
My name is Noel Davis, and I'm a Black boss.
Yes. Go ahead, Noel. I almost want to make you do it again and say your name is Paris.
I can do one more. I'll do one more.
Do it again.
My name is Noel Davis, owner of Paris Fit Studios, and I am a Black boss.
I dig it.
There you go.
I dig it. Well, thank you so much, Noel, for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your story. You can't make this stuff up. It's amazing. From the transition from the archaeologist to personal trainer to even the relationship that you have and understanding the body and your own body and rehab experience. I think it's a great marriage. So,
yes, thank you so much. It's been a great journey, and I wouldn't want a different life. Yeah. Everything worked out how it should be.
I hear that. I definitely hear that. So thank you so much. I want to take up any more of your time, and you have a fantastic night.
You too. When will this be released?
Probably in about. The shortened clips probably in about 2 weeks, but the actual episode to end up on YouTube,
perfect.
Within the next 2 or 3 days.
If you could send that to me, that would be great as well. The YouTube video.
Yep. I'll send you the whole thing after I edit it and put it on YouTube.
Thank you so much again.
No problem.
All righty. We'll talk more in our inbox.
Okay. Sounds good.
All righty. Best of luck. Goodbye.
Thank you. You too. Bye. Thank you so much. That was Noel, aka Paris. Got a little insight on that. But that was Noel Davis, owner of Paris Fit Studios in Old City. I believe it's an awesome studio. I was about to say she's only doing one-on-one trainings right now because of COVID. But as she transitions, back into things, please go visit the studio because it's popping. It just looks like a fun place to work out, and it's so pretty. And thank you, Noel. Thank you guys for watching. That's what I had for you today. To continue the celebration of Black entrepreneurship, please follow me on Instagram at BlackBoss_certified. You can follow me on Facebook at Black Boss Certified. And for full episodes of Black Boss, please check out Black Boss Certified on YouTube. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are able to learn something and enjoy. Thanks. Peace.